Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you have all been well. So today I am going to talk about the best products for oily skin. And I am an oily girl, so I totally feel like I have some experience in this department. I have tried so many foundations and I live in a really humid area, so that's made me really test out a lot of products on the market to find truly the best things for oily skin. So if you have oily skin, girl, stay tuned. You are in luck. And even if you don't have oily skin, this time of the year, these products would work great for you. So if you want to see some things that I recommend for girls with oily skin, please keep watching. Okay, so first off, I'm not going to be really talking about blush, bronze, or anything like that. I'm talking about base products, foundation, concealer, moisturizer, things that are really going to be your base that everything else is going to adhere onto. So that's pretty much what you need to worry about, because when your face does get oily, no one's really watching your bronzer disappear or your blush. They're watching your whole face deteriorate if you do not have a good base. So we're gonna start there. The first thing we're gonna talk about is this Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Gel. This has been my favorite moisturizer forever. So keep in mind that it does say it's a gel, and this is specifically made for oily skin tones. If you have dry, I'm not even gonna address dry skin. There are a ton of videos out there for products for dry skin. You can get the same Clinique version of this, but it just says lotion. This is specifically a gel, which means it's for oily skin, and I love this, and I use it before every makeup application because it just refreshes your skin and moisturizes your skin, but it does not leave your skin feeling like heavy. It's really light and it really sinks in really quickly, so it's perfect to use before your makeup. I've used this and only this for years, and it's flawless. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is primers, and I only have two, and these are two you probably know of, but I just have to reiterate that they are seriously the best. The first one is the Benefit Porefessional. It looks like this. This is like a holy grail item for so many people. It really smooths out your skin, it smooths out texture, it lays nice on your skin, it mattifies things, and it helps your makeup stay all day. So you really can't go wrong with this guy. And then the next primer I want to talk about is by Smashbox. This is Smashbox Pore Minimizing Primer. I love this because I can really see a huge difference when I use it and press it over my pores. So this just ensures you have a flawless base that lasts all day. There's no hydrating benefits in really either of these. They're really mattifying, which is what you want. They are both oil-free and they are just perfect for oily skin girls, especially this one if you have larger pores. This one just really smooths out your skin. It leaves your skin looking nice and matte, but this one really gets down and dirty, you know what I'm saying? Okay, the next thing I'm going to talk about is foundation. I only have three because I feel like these are like the best of the best. So the first one we'll do high end is Estee Lauder Double Wear. Surprise, surprise. You guys know that I love this foundation. This is a well-known beast mode foundation. You can be outside, you can be sweating, you can be working the streets. This guy is gonna last you for so incredibly long. The only thing that I do not like about Estee Lauder Double Wear is that it can build up and be cake face pretty quickly. It's like a full-blown mask. So if you're not into that, you have to use this really sparingly, but if you are into that and just like looking like a completely different person like myself, you will love a Double Wear. It really controls your oil, it's transfer free, it stays all day, the color range is awesome. I really cannot say enough about this. If you haven't tried it, you need to try it. I apply mine with a beauty blender. So the next foundation is Maybelline Matte and Poreless. This is an awesome foundation. I forgot what it was. This is an awesome foundation from the drugstore. It comes in a great color range. It's for normal to oily skin. So what I love about this one is just it leaves your skin really flawless and it wears really nicely. It is not as heavy as Double Wear. I have noticed that I break out when using that foundation, but the results are so nice. It just really leaves your skin nice and matte, but it doesn't build and it doesn't look almost cakey-ish like the Double Wear. It's just a really nice matte foundation. Hopefully it doesn't break you out like it broke me out. Next is my Ride or Die from the drugstore. I've used this so many times. This is a L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation. I use shade 102. So this is what I always recommend to anyone wanting a drugstore matte foundation. I love this guy. To me, this is as good as Double Wear. Well, okay. This is comparable to Double Wear, as in how long it keeps you matte. Pigmentation wise and acne cover wise, it's probably like half as strong as Double Wear. Double Wear, I'm telling you, Double Wear is like bulletproof foundation. This keeps you matte just as long as Double Wear does, but you do have to build it up if you are looking for full coverage. Yeah, I think I explained that pretty well. Okay, so I only have 2 concealers to talk about. This is the Naked Skin Weightless Complete Coverage Concealer from Urban Decay. This is an excellent high pigmented concealer. It stays underneath your eyes all day long. It is almost hydrating, but not to the point where it's going to make you oily or anything like that. It lays perfectly on top of all these foundations, and the coverage is really nice. Next concealer, I feel like they specifically made for oily skin. I use it underneath my eyes sometimes, and I also use it to cover up acne. It's a really full coverage concealer, and this is the MAC Prolongwear Concealer. So I use shade NC20 to cover up any acne spots, and if I want to use it underneath my eye, I go in with NW15. So this concealer is a lot more drying than the Urban Decay concealer. So if you get maybe some dry patches underneath your eyes like I do, I notice sometimes like my eyes just get like wrinkly and it just doesn't look nice. So I stick to a more hydrated concealer. But if you don't have that problem and you want to use concealers to cover up acne like all over your face, I recommend the Prolongwear Concealer, just because it's so heavy duty. This concealer is like the equivalent of Double Wear. Do you guys notice that I'm looping everything back around to Estee Lauder Double Wear? Yeah. So the next thing I want to tackle is powder, and I feel like this is one of the most important parts of maintaining a good solid base that's going to last all day on your oily skin or out in really humid hot weather. So the first thing I want to talk about is Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder. This is made for oily skin. If you have dry skin, you might be able to get away with this, but you will be able to see the buildup and your skin will look dry and feel dry if you use this. If you have oily skin, you are going to love this. I put it underneath my eyes, and I swear, even if I'm wearing like a dewy foundation, this will keep your dewy foundation matte. It is incredible. It's like it has like absorbent rice in it or something. So I pack this underneath my eyes and everywhere I conceal with a beauty blender or just a like angled brush, and it keeps you matte for so long. If you get really oily, say like around the sides of your nose or something, just bake with this guy and you will stay oil free for a really long time. And then the next powder I want to talk about is what I use for the rest of my face, and this is Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Powder. So I really can't say like, oh my gosh, this does wonders, but it really does the job. It's an excellent powder from the drugstore. Just says natural poreless looking finish, long lasting shine control, and I find that to be true. It's just really great to use all over your face. Another powder that I want to mention that I don't have right here because I need to order backup is MAC Studio Fix powder. Now that is a powder foundation on its own, so you can use it without a liquid foundation underneath. But if you really want full coverage bulletproof foundation, layer Studio Fix over any of these foundations and you will be like locked and loaded. Nothing is going to break through your base. So MAC Studio Fix powder, I'll have it linked below. Okay, you guys, so I hope you learned something from this video. I know it was just a quick run through of just like favorite bulletproof go-to products for oily skin. So these are all tried and tested by yours truly, and I can honestly say like these are the best things on the market right now. I feel like I'm the best person to test this because I have extremely oily skin and I do live on a humid island in the Pacific. I feel like this island, like nothing beats Okinawa, Japan. Like this place, like if you want to melt and if you never want to have good hair and if you just never want to slay because it's so miserable outside, you need to live here. So that's really helped me try out all these products to really get a good grasp of what works for oily skin and what doesn't. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know if you've tried any of these products down below or if you have any in mind to pick up, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!